General Hospital, Portia scapegoats Brad over test tampering? General Hospital shows that Portia Robinson did indeed tamper with Heather Weber's blood test. The big question now is, will Brad Cooper take the fall for Portia's questionable but understandable actions? General Hospital, Portia Robinson throws Brad under? General Hospital fans see that Portia Robinson's, Brooke Kerr, motives were clear. Heather Weber, Allie Mills, had planned to murder Trina Robinson, Tabiana Ollie, with her poisoned hook, and despite Heather's current freedom from cobalt, longtime viewers know that her violent history predates her hip implant. Portia, as a fierce protector of her daughter, wasn't going to let Heather escape justice. This isn't the first time Portia has taken extreme measures to protect Trina on General Hospital. When Oz Haggerty, Max Fogno, the sketchy drug dealer who sold Esme Prince, Avery Kristen Pohl, the phone used to make the infamous tape of Jocelyn Jacks, Eden McCoy, and Cameron Weber, William Lipton, was in a coma, Portia risked his life by waking him up to get the information needed to exonerate Trina. Portia's message is clear: don't mess with her baby girl. But now, with Brad Cooper, Parisian, back at the lab, will Portia let him take the blame for her actions? Portia had previously warned Terry Randolph, Cassandra James, that if Brad made one mistake, she'd fire him. General Hospital spoilers make this seem like a setup for a scapegoat. Rick Lansing, Rick Hurst, with Liz's help, has already figured out that something is amiss with Heather's blood test. When he has more blood work done by an independent lab, he'll have proof that someone at the GH lab is up to no good. And given Brad's history of test tampering and other misdeeds, he's an easy target. It's worth noting that Brad had both the means and motive to mess with Heather's test. Heather murdered his best friend, Britt Westbourne, Kelly Thibault, with her poisoned hook. If Portia had asked him to rig the test, he likely would have done it for Britt's sake. However, Portia acted alone, and Brad might take the heat for her actions. General Hospital, Brad Cooper's life ruined? General Hospital spoilers leave a question to remain: are there security cameras in the lab that could have caught Portia in the act? If so, and if Brad confronts her, will she try to blame him? Portia might think she's gotten away with it, not caring that she's ruining Brad's life, as she likely believes he deserves it for being a bad person. However, like her lie about Trina's paternity, Portia's deception will likely be exposed, and she'll face consequences. She only comes clean when forced to, and this lie will probably come back to haunt her. As for Brad, it's unlikely he'll stick around General Hospital for long. He may have been brought back just for this storyline, and actor Parisian will probably depart again soon, despite being a fan favorite. Port Charles is no stranger to secrets, scandals, and sabotage, and this time, the drama centers around the ever-complicated world of GH's medical staff. When a routine paternity test takes a suspicious turn, Portia Robinson finds herself desperate to cover her tracks, and Brad Cooper might end up paying the price. It all begins when Portia, already grappling with the guilt of hiding Trina's true paternity for years, gets tangled in yet another medical cover-up. A powerful patient, linked to a prominent Port Charles family, demands that their test results be altered. Fearing professional ruin, and terrified of dredging up her own scandalous past, Portia quietly makes the switch in the hospital's system late one night. But the fallout comes faster than she expects. Within days, hospital administrators launch an internal investigation after a whistleblower hints at test tampering. The finger quickly points toward the hospital's resident lab technician and sometimes troublemaker, Brad Cooper. His history of shady dealings and past prison time makes him an easy target. Though Brad has fought hard to rebuild his reputation, many still view him as untrustworthy. Portia seizes the opportunity, subtly feeding suspicions that Brad must be behind the irregularities. She even manipulates lab security logs to show Brad was on duty during the time of the switch, further cementing his supposed guilt. As rumors swirl and Brad faces suspension, he turns to his aunt, Selena Wu, for help. Selena, fiercely protective of her nephew, begins to suspect that Brad is being set up. Using her connections and influence, she quietly begins gathering evidence, and it isn't long before signs start pointing toward Portia. Meanwhile, Trina grows increasingly suspicious of her mother's erratic behavior. When she overhears a tense phone conversation between Portia and an unknown caller, she starts piecing things together. Conflicted about whether to protect her mother or expose the truth, Trina confides in Spencer, who urges her to do what's right. At the same time, Jordan Ashford, still nursing unresolved feelings and mistrust toward Portia, begins her own investigation. She follows a trail of digital breadcrumbs that lead directly to Portia's terminal, proving she accessed the test results at the exact time of the tampering. As tensions reach a boiling point, Selena confronts Portia privately, issuing a thinly veiled threat: clear Brad's name or face consequences far beyond the hospital board. With her career and personal life hanging by a thread, Portia is forced to make a choice. Will Portia come clean and risk losing everything, or will she double down on the lie, dragging Brad deeper into the fallout? In a town like Port Charles, where alliances shift like the tide and secrets never stay buried for long, one thing is certain: the truth will surface, and when it does, lives will be shattered.